Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Dolphins and the Bengals, and it's all up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm Kate Scott. Joining me as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL divisional round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might be pressure.
I don't think there's any question about that, Kate. With every one of these playoff rounds, that pressure just grows. It increases. That Super Bowl gets closer and closer, and your game, well, it's got to increase with it. If you can't take your level of play up a notch from the previous week, can't rise to the occasion and find that extra gear befitting...
Uh-oh, it's a fumble on the opening kick! And the fumble recovery is made. So never mind about who's receiving to start this game, Brock. Got ourselves a change of possession already, and this crowd is loving it.
And the first offense they'll see take the field is the home team, which is practically sprinting out there to take advantage and keep this crowd humming.
Moss gets it from the gun. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Here we go.
Burrow setting up the play action. Chased out to his right. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Going power with the big tight end. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bengals finish off their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Barrios now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here come the Dolphins as they get set for their debut series. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua's early career, yeah, it was known for injuries. Maybe not being as durable and as available as you want in a top 10 pick. But the last few years, he's taken great strides to rewrite that narrative. Remember, this was a guy that rewrote the record books in Hawaii, won a national championship at Alabama, and nobody questioned the accuracy of that left arm. It was just the availability, well, that he's had to rewrite, and he's done a heck of a job.
And he nearly gave it away to start this game. Almost an interception, but instead, a gift. They get it back for 2nd down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Down he goes. The Bengals got to him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Achan reels it in. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Now it's Jake Bailey who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. And he gets it away from his end zone. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it'll be Bengals football. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Brown on the inside give. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Here we go.
Play action now. Burrow rolling out to his left. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now it's second down. Burrow out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down around the 34.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. From the red zone now. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals pull that in front further, 13-zip. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision, but when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Berrios now to return it. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their second drive of the contest. And they need some kind of score here, Brock, to keep this from getting away from him on the road in the postseason. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. They'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Tua now from the gun. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Motioning him from the slot right. Achan, a first down carry. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
He's got Smith. On the move, past the 40. Oh, this big guy is moving. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Running for the first. What a hit, and the ball's loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Hey, listen, inside the 5-yard line, that ball needs to be welded to your body at times. Under no circumstances can it come free. Whether someone puts a helmet on it or not, and there's players ripping at it from both sides.
And his gain is stopped on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. It's a 2-score game early. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They've got first and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Burrow from the gun. He puts some power on a deep one left. He's got it inside the 25. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down.
Here we go. First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's going to be touchdown right at the line, so no gain on the play.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Running on second with Moss. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Oh, we have somebody in some discomfort down there, so we're going to have a stoppage as they head out to take a look at, the tight end, Mike Gesicki. 3rd and short, it's Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. It's a 3-yard pickup. That moves them a little bit closer. 3rd and goal coming up.
It's now 3rd and goal. Here we go. 11.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Bengals take a 20-zip lead. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you could put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Brought down by the veteran, Von Bell. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Tight end going in motion here. 2nd down carry for Achane. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
3rd down run from Achane. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st down, here's Tua. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. It's the Dolphins, with only a yard to go here on 3rd down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. Charlie Jones on the Bengals return. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Bengals are getting the ball back as Zach Moss runs out there. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Burrow setting to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Finds the in route complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. To throw again, it's Burrow. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Now with 2 seconds left, we get the expected timeout from this offense. They're in great shape to get 3 here entering the half. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Butker knocks it through. And our 1st half ends with 3 points. We've reached halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. One of these 2 teams is going to move on to the conference championship. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs doing battle with the Baltimore Ravens. We saw a strong first half out of the quarterback, Joe Burrow. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. These 2 teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott
Sanders all
and
set
Brock
to
Hewitt.
send it away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Bengals returning their offense and this running back to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll try it right with Brown. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Brown again. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. They're set up at the 35 now. First down, Burrow to throw. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. Down the left sideline he goes. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now a give. It's Brown headed right. And he has this one down to the 8-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 8-yard line.
They'll run again with Brown. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals grow the lead coming out of halftime. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Slot receiver headed left. Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Back to the line they go, it's 2nd down. Here's A-Chain up the middle. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Going play action, Tagovailoa. That's caught for the first. Through the middle. There it is, touchdown Miami. The Dolphins start the second half with some needed points. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points. Sanders all set to send it away. On the return, here's Jones. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. The Bengals and running back Chase Brown getting set to begin another drive here. And even after giving up the score, they still enjoy a 3-score advantage, so pressure not too heavy just yet.
Here we go.
On the handoff, this is Brown. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Here we go.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
With all these collisions these running backs take between the tackles, sure nice to get a little crease on the outside, get in that open field, and let these runners do their thing.
And he's brought down for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On 2.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Here we go.
Burrow back to throw. On the move, headed right. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Got his target, it's Higgins. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Stopped by Chop Robinson. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing now from the gun. That's Gesicki, he's got it! And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. All set up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
At the 17-yard line.
Throwing is Burrow. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. It's the Bengals with it, 1 quarter from continuing their postseason run.
On 1, ready?
Couldn't connect on first, it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. This throw is caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
That's another Cincinnati Bengals.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. Crosses the goal line for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals keep running away with this. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals continue piling onto this lead.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Barrios now to return it. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. The Dolphins are headed out there alongside Jalen Waddle for this next series. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Tagovailoa on 1st down. Hits him on the in route. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Able to find Achane. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. Getting out to his left. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun. shotgun, Tagovailoa. This one finds Barrios. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Tagovailoa. A massive hit. The ball is out. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there, and it's 3rd down. To the air yet again, Tagovailoa. Throw right side, caught by Smith. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down. Here's Tagovailoa again. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And now the Bengals have it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Look, we can spin positive here, Brock. You take away the ending, and that drive was outstanding. It was everything they were hoping for. Unfortunately, all that work and effort, it's gone.
Hey, Kate, Cal, how important were those finals?
Pretty important.
Yeah, so was that ball security right there.
Here we go.
Brown on the carry. And he gets this one up to the 10-yard line. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Now it's Brown. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals started celebrating this win a while ago. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Going with Brown on the ground. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
A run with Brown. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line.
Here we go.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. A give left side to Brown. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Fields this to the 42. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. Hill comes in motion left. One final shot here. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So in the jungle, the Bengals take the win. And their run through the playoffs has reached the penultimate stop on the tracks. The conference championship game next week. And they're going to need the same type of effort from this game, Brock, to carry forward to reach the end of the line and earn that Super Bowl appearance. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.